more drama, another week of my team being straight up trash. And yeah, we're ready to get into it, talk about it. And yeah. So Bree,
Listen, I had a fun weekend. I don't know about you.
I mean, my weekend wasn't terrible, but my weekend wasn't the best that it could be.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was nice to have you here. So that's
I mean, that was cool. That was fun. Thank you again for housing me.
I'm sorry it didn't go the way you wanted, but it gives us stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And I will say, shout out to Pats fans. You guys were so kind. You guys were so nice. You made my weekend so much fun. But my own team, you know what? You guys can F off right now because I am over it and I am done. But we will get into that in 2 seconds. Bree, I'll just let you go first. I'll just let you say what you need to say about the Patriots, and
Okay.
we'll go from there.
So I know I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks, so it's like beating a dead horse, but I really like where this team is at right now. And it seems like every week they're just getting better and better, like ascending. Um, and I think Sunday was kind of like the pinnacle of that, where they've reached their absolute highest point so far. And you can see what they can do as like a full functioning offense against, I mean, a good defense. Like I'll give it to the Browns. Going into this game, I was worried that Mac was going to get his ass kicked, especially by Myles Garrett. I mean, he had one sack, and then that's all he did for the whole game, essentially. So
That's
I
really all he did.
I feel really good. I don't like the fact now that it's a short week, but I mean, the
But
Falcons
it's the
are
Falcons.
their Falcons are the Falcons, and they're dealing with some injuries. And the Patriots are actually getting a couple guys back, especially Damian Harris. He practiced today. Not necessarily going to play on Thursday, but this is a good sign that, this isn't a severe concussion, and there's a possibility that he returns to game action on Thursday. So, which is good. And then you saw Ramondre Stevenson just absolutely tear it up
Yeah,
on
he went
Sunday,
off.
who he just he crushed it. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good about this team. I'm very glad that my Mac Jones take from the draft has aged just absolutely poorly, because he looks really good. He looks like an NFL quarterback 10 games into his rookie season. So that's saying something. So I'm good. I'm good with where we're at, and I think they're just going to continue to get better. Their schedule gets a little tougher with the Bills twice in a matter of a couple weeks. But I mean, I like it. I'm good right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like what I saw from them. They did everything well, from offense to defense to literally every single part of the game. You couldn't have asked for a better game from them.
Yeah.
Now for my own team, you couldn't have asked for a worse game, like a worse game for that mediocre bullshit display of NFL football that they tried to persuade us with. It was terrible. Straight up, they should get a pay deduction for that game. Kevin Stefanski should get a pay deduction for that game. It should count as 2 losses.
Oh my God.
It was that bad. You can't tell me that they did anything well.
No, I watched it with my own eyes. I know they didn't do anything well, but my gosh, you're going scorched earth.
Yeah, well, that's what they deserve right now. I'm sorry, but if you spend all that money to make your defense better and it's still that bad, and if you have all those weapons on offense and you're still not good, you gotta do something. And if your coach is making terrible play calls, guys, what are we doing here? And that's the nicest way I can put it.
I mean, I get that. I get it. My biggest thing with you guys, and I know that this is going to set you off and have you on a tangent right now, but I think it's your quarterback.
See,
So
those are the things.
if you want to just go ahead with that, because I know you're dying to get it out of your system.
If you're a Browns fan and you're watching this, just please respect my fandom and my opinion on this topic, because the thing that's making me so mad is that not every Browns fan, there's some that they're like, If you don't support this player, you're not a fan. I'm like, that's not how it works. I want the team to win. I want what's best for the team. If you want what's best for the team, you would also probably say the same thing, but you guys aren't. So, Mr. Baker Mayfield, are you the right choice for the Cleveland Browns? We're never going to know because you're not healthy. You're playing with one arm and you're saying, oh, I'm playing injured, so that makes me tough. No, it doesn't. That makes you selfish. Not using any of our weapons? Come on. I mean, I know we had Nick Chubb out, but like having Nick Chubb on the field is not going to make that much of a difference in that game, guys. So it comes down to the coaching and it comes down to Baker. And that's where I'm at with this. And if people don't think so, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you guys are watching. I really just don't know what you're watching.
So, okay. My thing with him is, and I've told you this before, is I think he's an average quarterback. I would say he's like a low tier 2, high tier 3 quarterback. Like good, not great, can get the job done. Has flashes where he's really good, and
It's the cycle.
you think that you see like this promise in him to
When you
be
play
a
the
legitimate
Bengals.
franchise quarterback, a Super Bowl quarterback, and then he does stuff like this past weekend where he just looked. I don't know if I don't want to say he didn't know what was going on because I mean, credit where it's due, the Patriots defense is very good.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's him or if it's the game plan or it's just the offense doesn't compute to him. I don't know. But something's up. And now you got
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry talking about how he doesn't get utilized in this offense appropriately or
With the
whatever.
ball.
And
It's a
I
mess.
don't know. Things are a little iffy with this football team.
Right. Like there's this tweet I just saw on the timeline and it said we either need to see Baker Mayfield be really, really good consistently or really bad because I'm tired of the back and forth. Because there's like this meme that everyone posts, you probably have seen it, the Baker Mayfield cycle.
Yeah.
He plays against a good team, terrible, people talk shit. He says, calls out the haters, whatever, what he always does. Then plays against a really terrible team and does really well, and then it starts back over. And I'm like, guys, I cannot do this anymore. Just like figure it out. If he's the guy, he's the guy. If he's not, he's not. Because at this rate, we're getting rid of all of our assets on our team to compromise for a guy that can't even get them the ball in the first place. And I know the people,
Yeah.
Browns fans are going to be so pissed. I had so many people in my mentions. They're like, if you don't like Baker, you're not a real fan. I'm like, guys, do you want to win games or do you want to do this every single time?
This is what I don't understand though, is like you're allowed to be critical of your team as a
Right.
fan.
Like,
You're
nothing
supposed to
about
be
that was
critical of your
good.
team when they deserve it.
It's just a constant thing of saying, again, we're not that bad. So it's okay right now. And I'm like, guys, this is not fun though. It was
Yeah,
more fun when we had Freddie Kitchens out there.
it's just
Swear.
like I just can't get behind that mentality, I guess, of oh well, we used to suck really bad, so now we just like suck every other week, and so that's better than nothing. Like,
Right.
no, you
Like,
should want more than that.
you should want more than that, but they don't know what more than that is. So I guess that's where we're at with them. I don't know. It's frustrating to see because I know that the people that we have on our team are really good and could do really good things, but
Right.
we're just not doing it. And then it just like makes it even worse. Not worse because it's good for us. That the division is like so close still.
Yeah, which kind of brings us to our next little talking point here is this division is ridiculous. Like the fact that
Yeah, like
you
everyone thought it was
have
going
the
to be
same
so
record,
good.
that you have you all pretty much have the same record, and the Browns are in last place. Like
Yeah. And we
one
were in like
swing
second
here or
2
there,
days
and
ago.
everything changes. I don't know. It's nuts.
So,
I don't like I've said this to you before. I don't envy your situation at all. Um, I'm glad the Pats have seemingly found their quarterback of the future. I mean, I know it's only 10 games into his career, so that could be a little premature, but the way that things are going right now, it seems like it.
yeah.
Um, I don't know, dude. I don't think they're gonna. And we talked about this, in the car on the way back from the game and everything. I just don't think Baker's going to be a Brown for his entire career. I don't think they're going to extend him because I think that they kind of realize too.
Yeah, I don't think
He
they're
might
going
be
to
the
either.
problem more than, a culmination of other
Mhm.
things.
And we talked about, yeah, like we were talking about this, like people don't want to admit this, but Baker Mayfield is not the guy that they drafted. They came in and he was given to them, and they probably wouldn't have drafted him.
Yeah.
So they're not like defending him by any means at all. Like he needs to get it together because they will get rid of him. They will do it. Or what I said they would bring in, there was an article, it was like, it's Marcus Mariota all over again. And it makes sense. It really does. And everyone's like, oh, you were talking about Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I'm like, they don't want to come here. Look what's going on. They're not going to want to come here. Their teams aren't going to want to have Baker Mayfield. Our best
Right.
scenario would be like Derek Carr. Mitch Trubisky coming in to give some competition. I don't know. Like, that's where we are.
I don't know. On a happier note, we got a cute picture.
Cute pic. It was so cute. Even though someone called me a fatso.
Yeah, somebody called us fat camels.
I know, and I was like,
Did you
"Happy
see that?
Monday, sir." Yeah, I replied, I said, "Happy Monday." So they said,
So
"Fat
weird.
camels, get out of Foxborough." I'm like, "What? What are you guys even
So
saying
weird.
right now?"
People are just
Right.
deranged on this app. It's ridiculous. But
Someone replied to my tweet that I just put out about the show and how you said that you would say he's a low tier 2.
yeah,
He said, "He doesn't deserve a tier." Why are you saying that?
you don't qualify for tiers. I mean, listen,
It's funny.
it's a fair point.
So, yeah. I don't know. AFC, crazy. Steelers, oh, man. One, I do like to talk shit on Ben a lot, but I will say props to him for self-reporting for symptoms. That's really great to see that he did that. Yeah, but then Mason Rudolph just was terrible.
Yeah. When we saw that news that Ben had COVID, it kind of felt like, oh my God, maybe the Lions might be able to do it this week because Mason Rudolph, I
Right.
mean, he's a backup for a reason. Let's put it that way. Um, and I guess they couldn't figure it out. I mean,
Neither team could figure it out. I mean, the Lions, like, at least they didn't lose.
could the Lions realistically go 0-17? I
No,
think.
because they tied.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. I guess that's true.
So they
I
can't
didn't
they
even.
can't do it. Oh, ow, I
Okay,
pulled
well
my
that's good
headphones
for
out
them
doing
at least.
that.
I didn't even
The
think about
Lions
that.
can't do
Holy
it.
shit! I
Like, I just
forgot.
don't see them
I
doing it
forgot
at
they
all.
even tied.
I just feel like they're not gonna do it. I mean, like, win a game. I mean, I just don't think they're gonna do it. I feel like they're never gonna get past that point. I don't see them doing anything good either.
Yeah. Okay, so then rephrasing that question, do they win? Do they win a game?
No. I don't see that. Who could they beat?
I don't know. Let's pull up their schedule and take a look because they're bad. They're really bad.
They are very, very, very bad.
Let's see.
I love their coach, though.
No, this is pulling up tickets. I definitely don't want to buy tickets to go to a Lions game. I just want to see what their schedule looks like.
Lions, Steelers, 16-16.
So okay, so they play you guys this coming weekend.
No, they could probably win that one. I
Uh,
swear.
the Bears on Thanksgiving, and then home against the Vikings, at the Broncos, home against the Cardinals. That might be a bloodbath. At the Falcons, at the Seahawks, home against the Packers.
So
I
their only
don't think they
chance is
win.
the Falcons.
I don't think
Maybe
they
the
win a football
Bears.
game.
I
Yeah,
don't think they win either. I hope
because
they beat the Bears because that'd be funny.
the Bears might be their closest, option. When was the last time the Lions won on Thanksgiving, too?
Probably never.
Lions won on Thanksgiving. This is why I love Google. Just super quick. In the 71 games that Detroit Lions have hosted on Thanksgiving Day, they currently have a record of 33 wins, 36 losses, and 2 ties.
Oh, that's so fun.
So a below 500 record. And this is their thing every single year. I would hate to be a Lions fan, man. It's people of fans of teams like this, and this counts for you guys for a while too. Like, more power to you for sticking it out because I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I would get so mad day in and day out.
Story of my life.
I just don't. I don't know if I have the mental capabilities of being a fan for like a team that could go winless.
I'm telling you, it's not fun. It's really not. Actually, I might have had more fun 0-16 than I'm having right now.
Is that because you just like kind of knew what you were getting
Well,
and
yeah,
you
and the
had
Cavs
no
were good,
expectations?
and the Cavs were so good, so they won
Oh,
a
yeah.
they won a
Like,
finals that like, they just won a finals, they're still in the finals, they're going off, everyone's like, "Oh, the Browns will go to the game, like, we cheer for them, we'll tailgate." Shout out to the Cavs for being good right now, because that's the only thing keeping us together, even though we're injured. But, yeah, it just wasn't fun, but at the same time, you knew what you were going to expect. Like, right now, I don't know what I'm going to see at all, ever, when they go on the field. I
yeah.
really do not know. So,
Ugh. Yeah. But this whole season has been just so weird. Like, you can take any team and look at the season they've had and been like, what the hell is this?
right, like, every single team has had something crazy.
So, which leads into former Cleveland Brown Odell Beckham making his Rams debut last
Oh,
night,
yeah.
and uh, it didn't go the way I'm sure he expected. Definitely didn't go the way I think we all expected. Um,
I went how I expected, I think, to be honest. I didn't think he was gonna go off by any means.
well, no,
Well,
I'm just talking
the
about the whole
game in
team in
general?
general.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I thought they
yeah,
were
the
gonna
whole.
win. That was really bad. I thought they were
I
gonna win.
watching George Kittle just like absolutely pancake Von Miller kind of gave me the lay of the land, I guess, for how I thought the rest of that game was going to go to the point where I just went to bed. I was like, yep, Rams don't have this one. That's it.
Yeah, it was just from the interception at the start to everything was bad. But, like, I
Yeah.
see everyone yelling at Odell. He practiced for what, like, 2 days?
Yeah. I mean, he's just
He
getting
doesn't know
integrated into this
anything.
offense. Like, I don't know really what you expected if you thought he
You
was going to
yeah,
go off for like over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, that's just not realistic.
like, he wasn't on the field in the red zone barely ever because he didn't know what was going on there, which he probably shouldn't have because he just got there. So, I mean, I still think that it'll work out with him there. But that was just yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know,
I
everything's
know.
just so surprising.
Yeah. And then another surprise is Cam Newton has a job again.
Cam Newton does have a job, and see, I have some issues with that too. I love Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton is awesome.
Hmm.
I think he's great. I think that this game set him up for a lot of things that aren't gonna go very well soon.
What do you mean?
I feel like they just went off too like, the first game back, he scores 2 touchdowns, he's screaming, "I'm back." The Panthers fans are so excited. They're probably gonna get their ass kicked in a few weeks, and they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I've already seen a couple tweets from like media outlets. Does Cam have what it takes to lead the Panthers into a playoff spot or
Yeah.
some ridiculous thing like that?
Yeah,
And
but
like,
that's not, like, their purpose of this season right now is I mean, they're 5 and 5, so, like, who knows, but I just don't mm,
I don't know.
just
Like, I really like Cam Newton. I was honestly a little disappointed when he got, well, not disappointed, but I guess upset is a better way to put that. When the Pats cut him, but like I understood it. I don't
yeah.
think that there was any real intention of him starting after the way training camp went. Um, but after like what I watched from him last year, like he wasn't good. And I defended him tooth and nail as best as I possibly could. And I was happy when they re-signed him because I wasn't sure, that was before the draft and before everything, before Mac Jones was a Patriot, everything like that, where nobody really had any clue what the hell was going on with that first pick. Everybody knew it was going to be a quarterback, didn't know who, whatever. But this kind of feels to me like you pretty much what you just said. Like, it's just like a happy reunion for the team where he got his career
Yeah.
started with, but like I don't necessarily like, I think people are kind of getting way ahead of themselves with this whole playoff talk with this team that, I mean, granted it was Sam Darnold under center and he's trash. Sorry, that's mean to say, but he's not good.
It's not very good. He is not
Um,
very good. That's okay.
I just don't know. I just don't know how much Cam has left, especially in that shoulder. Like I didn't see it last year for a majority of the season, which sucked because he was the quarterback of my favorite football team. But just being a fan of the guy, like I want him to do well. I just don't know if like it's
He's
there
going
anymore.
to, yeah. But it
Yeah.
was cool. It was fun. It was exciting.
Yeah, like happy as hell for him. That's awesome.
But
And
I feel
he
bad for
genuinely
Panthers
looked
fans.
like the normal Cam Newton that
Yeah.
you're used to and not like the shell of himself that we saw a few times last year. So
It was funny when he said he was like, "I was eating cereal this time last year or last week,
yeah,
and now I'm scoring 2 touchdowns."
yeah. And then he's like giving a church sermon in his press conference afterwards and whatever.
Yeah,
Like
so
he's a
anything can
fun guy.
happen.
He's a really fun guy, and I hope this works out for him. I just from strictly from a football standpoint, I just don't know how much he's got left, and I don't know if this team around him is,
Gonna
like what
help it
he
either.
needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't
if he
have Greg
does it,
Olsen
that'd be
anymore.
cool. That'd be cool if he
Yeah,
did.
I mean that would be really cool. That'd be a hell of a story to put in his arsenal.
Also, side note, can we just talk about something that people love to say on Twitter real quick? I just need to rant about it for 1 second
Yes.
before we talk about the Chiefs. So, I hate when there's people in your mentions and they go, "Well, this is why I unfollowed you. I unfollowed you." I don't care. I
Congratulations.
didn't follow you to begin with is why. You don't need to tell me about your exit or departure or where you need to go. You're not missed.
It's my favorite thing. You're not an airport. You don't need to like announce
Well,
your
you don't need to let
departure.
us know because we
Like
don't. Yeah. Because I know you're going to say something mean anyways. Just get away while you can.
like you're unfollowing me. Congratulations. I didn't even know you were there more often than not. So
Yeah.
it
So,
doesn't really bother me, especially if you're going to be a jerk about it. Happy to see you go. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. All that good stuff.
yep. We'll see ya. Okay. That's all I needed to say. So I've seen it so many
Anywho,
times today. We're moving on. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes. Is Patrick Mahomes the real deal? Yes. Why'd everyone think he was going to be not the real deal this year? I don't know, but he fooled you guys and he's probably going to win out.
are
That's
they
probably why.
back though? Are the Chiefs back or
I
is
don't
this
think they ever left. I just really don't think they ever left. I just don't think. I mean, I thought they were going to be good the whole time. I didn't think at any point that they were going to be last in the division like everyone was claiming after like week 4. They're going to win their division.
Yeah.
Probably very easily. Chargers
I hate
stink.
that.
The
I
Chargers
hate
are bad
that.
now.
I just
Just
really
beat
don't
up
like
on the
the Chiefs.
Raiders. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know why everyone was saying Patrick Mahomes is bad. Like everybody would want him on their team.
I
And you would. Yeah, you would.
yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just thinking about this like the Raiders aren't that good.
They had us fooled in the first half, not gonna lie.
It's true.
And their
But
team
then they
said
turned back into the pumpkins that we knew that they were.
"Hey, we don't have good people on our team. So let's just
I just
blow it
don't
up."
like I'm not looking at this stat line and like just like turning my nose up to it because he threw for 5 touchdowns over 400 yards. Like that's ridiculous. But he did it against the Raiders. So how much stock are we putting in the fact that the Chiefs are back in comparison to they played a not great team, so this is what they should be doing?
I think the Chiefs are gonna be fine. I think they're gonna do a
Oh
little
no, I mean
playoff
I'm
run.
not saying yeah, I think they're going to be fine too. I still think they're going to be a playoff team. I still think they're going to be a tough out in the AFC. I just don't know if I'm buying back into the hype yet. Just because I'm a pain in the ass when it comes to this football team and I really don't like them. So any chance I get to play devil's
Yeah,
advocate, I'm going to take it.
I'm sold. They sold me. I'm back. They're being the Cowboys. I'm in. I'm all in on the Chiefs. The Chiefs
So
probably Bills Super Bowl, but Chiefs maybe. Chiefs or Bills
so
are going.
that's why when we do our picks a little bit later, I pick the Cowboys to win this week because
Chaos?
I just don't want to see this team succeed. That's all. And it
Yeah.
sucks because Joe Tooney's on this team and I like him. I really do. Josh Gordon's on that team, and I really like him, and I want him to succeed
Love Josh
after
Gordon.
all the shit that has gone on in his career. But I just don't like this football team from top to bottom, and I don't want. I'm so tired of hearing about the dynasty. The Chiefs are the new dynasty. Like they've won one Super Bowl in since Mahomes has been. Granted, they've been to an AFC Championship
I
game,
know,
two
but it's
Super
so
Bowls.
hard to
I
win a
get that,
Super Bowl. It's
but
so hard to win a Super Bowl.
you can't say something's a dynasty after just one win. After one championship, you can't do that. You can say
I
that this team
mean,
is going to be really good for a really long time. You can't start calling it a dynasty
okay,
until
but
they actually put the stats on the paper, the championships on the paper, like the Pats did. And I know this is going to make me sound like a biased Patriots fan, but I'm really just saying this as a sports fan, trying to at least.
well, then
I
how
just,
come the Steelers fans can say they have a dynasty when they haven't seen a Super Bowl in like
oh my
40
God, Steelers
years?
fans are one of the most delusional fan bases in the entire sport. You can't
It
call
goes
yourself
right with the
and
Cowboys. Add
the
the
same way
Cowboys
with the
in.
Packers fans. You can't call yourselves like City of Champions or whatever if your last championship, either for the Packers, came over a decade ago and you have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the position on your team and can't do jack shit. Or
Also,
two, for the Steelers, the majority of your championships came when people still had like bowl cuts and Fu Manchus on their face, and that was the trend.
God.
Like the
Facts.
1970s were the 1970s and they were great,
Yeah,
but
like I don't want to watch a Super Bowl on VHS. I don't want to do that. I need some
it's just
HD.
so just that's one of my biggest pet peeves in sports is when cities like that refer to themselves as City of Champions when like again,
Do
this is gonna make me sound so much like a homer, but
uh do you really think people from Green Bay call them City of Champions? Is that a thing? Do they do
I'm
that?
sorry, they refer to themselves as Title Town.
Oh, see, because I was gonna say city is a bit much to say for Green Bay. Because what else do you have there besides
I
cheese, Aaron
if
Rodgers sometimes, and beer?
if I'm not mistaken, on either the outside of Lambeau or on the outside of their practice facility, it says Title Town with all of the years they've won championships, some
Titletown.
of those being before the
Um,
NFL was even the NFL.
See, we have those. We could say Titletown.
Like, that's just not how it works.
God. You can't say Green Bay. I'm sorry. If you're from Green Bay and you're watching this, please do not ever refer to yourselves as Titletown or City of Champions. You cannot do that. You have one sports team, 3 blocks of cheese, and Aaron Rodgers.
And a quarterback that doesn't looks like he
Ever
doesn't
show
get any
up.
power.
Yeah, that's
So,
Cowboys fans, you too.
that's my rant because that's like that just drives me nuts. That's one of those things in sports that peeves me to no end.
Right,
It's like
right.
if you weren't alive for those championships, like you can't use that as an excuse. Yankees fans are
Yeah.
like that. Even Celtics fans can be like that when it comes to, the
Mhm.
16 banners that happened before I was born. Like, yeah, they happened, but I can't use that in an argument. I wasn't alive to see it. Most of them were before even my dad was alive. Like it's
Yeah.
anyway, that's my rant about championships and things like
Um,
that. But
yeah, that's just really just see, that's one of my biggest things too. Hate when people say that. I tweeted this like last year sometime. I said, there should be a rule that you cannot use a championship from 10 years ago, like the 10-year rule. You can't talk shit about your championships unless it's in the last 10 years because nobody cares.
yeah, like there has to be like a statute of limitations here.
Yeah. Like you can't say, oh my God, we can't say like, oh my God, we beat you, and then say, well, yeah, we beat you in this Super Bowl in 1942.
Congratulations. My
Like, 'cause
grandfather was
that's
2
really
years old if
relevant.
you really want to
It's
like get into
relevant
that
to it.
much of a time frame. Like that's insane.
Yeah, that's my rant. That's all I got for that. College
Yeah.
football rankings just came out though,
Okay. Is
and
there
I
like any
saw it, but
big
it went away.
changes?
No,
Georgia's still number one.
Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State. I think that's how it went. Let me see. I don't want to lie to the people, but I think that's what it was. It just went across the screen, but it went too fast and I couldn't read it. No, it's the same. That's it.
And Cincy at 5.
How do I see 5? Where do I see past the top 4? Can't find past the top 4. Okay, they are 5. Michigan, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Wake Forest. Oklahoma, they're a mess. That's chaos.
Yep. And
They're
my
chanting for the
boy
other.
Rattler played, I heard.
Yeah, and they were chanting for him to come out there.
I don't know. All this time I've been hearing about how Lincoln Riley's gonna come to the NFL. Jerry Jones wants him so bad. And then you look at stuff like this and it's like, is he really? Honestly, maybe this might be enough for him to get out of college. Maybe he's
Yeah.
one bad season and he's like, yeah, F this. I'm gonna go make more money in the NFL. Actually,
Maybe.
would he make more money though?
I
He's
don't
the head
know.
coach of a major program. Do you think he would make more money as like a coordinator?
Mm, maybe a little bit less,
I
I
feel
would
like it'd be
say.
like around the
I mean, you're
same.
still making millions.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like another other rant. We're talking about all these things. I hate the fact that college football coaches get paid millions of dollars while their players before wouldn't get any money at all. Like, that's just fucked up.
yeah. Yeah, we're just both in moods today. Everything is
Yeah, well,
just
it's just been a lot.
ugh.
Also, before we do our picks, let's just talk about how sick we are at football.
Yeah,
We can throw a
okay.
damn football.
Hell yeah, I can. I wasn't lying.
Baker Mayfield, I'm coming for your job. About to be a wide receiver also. Like,
Yeah, if you guys didn't see this catch from Gab, the
don't ever ask
from
me to do it again.
Sunday, she had a Dunkin' Donuts cup filled with a mimosa in one hand, so she was catching it with the other, and tip drill, bobbled, everything like that, and she still made
Yeah,
it work.
caught that thing. Don't ever ask me to do it again because that was a once in a lifetime thing. It's like the Odell catch, the one that everybody talks about everywhere for the rest of eternity. That was my moment.
Yeah, but it still happened, and we got it on
Yeah.
video, so nobody can say that you're lying.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
So
just
we're good
saying,
at sports too.
if any league executives are watching, we are very much available to talk contracts,
Oh yeah.
for practice squad, backup roles, whatever you need. We'll have our people get in touch with your people, and we can talk dollars. So
Yeah, just run it up. Just
yeah,
fat bag at the door. We're ready to go. Also, to the guys that always say, "Oh, if you've never played the sport, you should never be allowed to talk about it." I've never seen any of those guys make a catch like that, let alone their face. So,
you're right.
so we win.
That's it. All right. And then I guess Tom Brady had a really bad game. We won't talk about that because I didn't watch it, and I really don't want to talk about it.
But I feel bad for Chase Young, and
Yeah,
I hate
that
to see that.
sucks. That sucks so bad. One of the brightest young players in the league right now. One of the most talented players in general in the league right now, and then done for the season, torn ACL. That's just so shitty. So speedy recovery to him because you never want to see anybody go down like
Go
that.
down.
Sucks. But all right, let's do some picks. This is an
Yep.
interesting week, I think.
Let's get right into it. You're up. Your team. You're on the clock.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah,
Even
the
on a
Pats are
short
gonna
week,
win.
Pats are gonna win. I think I saw the line earlier today was like 6.5, -6.5.
It'll be
I
more
think
than that.
I think they cover with ease. So that's my betting talk for the segment. Hammer
Really
the
quick
Pats.
before we move on from that, Pats to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I've been telling you this for weeks.
I still don't think they're gonna do it.
Gab, come on.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
I've been telling you this for weeks. I think after the start to the season that they had, I think they are capable of sneaking into the playoffs now. I don't
If they
even think
do,
it's a sneak at this point. I think they're going to kick that mother effer of a door open and say, "Hey, we're back." I don't necessarily think they
um,
can win the Super Bowl, but I think that they can make a legit push.
I think that they lose first game
Well, it
against the
depends on who they
Chiefs,
play.
and they get wrecked. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really
Depends.
sorry.
It depends on what the matchup is. Right now, I think they're based on like if the playoffs started tomorrow, I think they would play Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore wins.
I don't say it's decisive.
Yeah.
I would give
Lamar
the Pats a
Jackson.
legitimate shot against Baltimore.
Oh, I think it'd be a great game. But I
I
always
can't sit here and tell you I think Baltimore would just mop the floor with them.
fair. That's
I
fair.
think they have a legitimate shot to make some noise in the playoffs. And there's still a whole lot of season left, so things can change. It's a fluid situation, as Stephen A would say. But as of right now, like I said, I really like where they're going. I think they can at least split with Buffalo at this point. So I don't know, but this week is what matters. Take it a week at a time, and I can't envision them losing to this Falcons team at all. And yes, I will be making 28-3 jokes all week.
As
If
you
you
should.
had to ask, you don't know who I am as a person.
As you should.
So that's that.
Saints, Eagles. I hate both teams.
Yeah, I was originally going to take New Orleans with this one. But now this is kind of just a running bit to make that one Saints fan who always yells at me for not picking the Saints angry. So I'm not picking the Saints.
Yeah, I don't really like either team. I don't like to talk about either team. They're not very fun.
I don't like this game at all. But just for the sake of being petty.
Petty myself, I'm going to go with the Saints because there's a lot of Philly fans that are a lot. So it's true.
All right. Washington football team without Chase Young at Carolina with Cam Newton. You think Cam can make it 2 in a row?
Yeah, I think he can, but I just don't think it's going to be like the last one.
Oh, well,
it's not going to be a blowout. No, I don't see it being a blowout. I mean, that game last week that the football team played, they were coming off of their beat in the playoffs high for revenge. So this is a different game.
Yeah, Bucks coming off a bye, down a few targets for Brady. Not that that should matter against the Washington football team of all teams, but it did. Yeah, but I like the Panthers in this one.
Yeah, so we are rolling with Carolina. Shout out to my favorite Twitter account.
This game is disgusting. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, it's a bad game. Maybe the Jets, maybe the Dolphins, either one could win, and I would say probably because they're both terrible, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, okay. Tua's starting this week. We'll see how that goes.
Is anyone going to watch this game?
Certainly not me.
Not me either.
Yeah, I even if this was the only football game on, as a massive football fan, I think I would put the Food Network on or something.
Right, watch some Chopped before I watch that game.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say Miami just because I think on paper they're a better team, and Mike White really disappointed me the other day. It's the last time I ever put faith in a Jets quarterback ever in my life. Yeah, so whatever. This next one, I'm a little disappointed in you.
I want to do it, but I think the Bills are gonna be in the Super Bowl, so I have to go with it.
I'm taking the Bills too, but man, if the Colts figure out how to do this in Buffalo,
that'd be really great for you.
I would send them all edible arrangements or something. That would be
amazing. Send one right off to Mr. Wentz.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would love. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game though.
It really has potential to be. I would love it if Indy could pull this off.
Oh yeah, but I just think it's gonna be
amazing.
I think it's gonna be Buffalo. Good game, but I still think Buffalo wins.
Yeah.
We had a side note from Buffalo. We had this sports radio man in Cleveland the other day. He was ranting about Baker because Josh Allen was in that draft.
Yeah.
And he goes, saying Baker changed the culture and making our team great is like saying someone shit on the ground and you gave them a bucket from Home Depot instead of giving them an actual bathroom. And that's what we did with Baker versus Josh Allen. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, we probably would have ruined him too, so it doesn't really matter.
That's brutal though.
Yeah,
it was compared to a poop bucket.
That's where we are. Yeah. So shout out Josh Allen.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just hope he has a bad game like he did against Jacksonville. That would be great.
that was a bad game.
That would be so great. But all right, here we go.
When it gets to the Chargers, really quick, we just had some news. Let me remind you of something that just happened when we get to the Chargers.
Oh, yes. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. I will remind
Mhm.
you. All right, Brownies Lions.
The Lions are gonna win. They're gonna beat us to get their first win. I'm kidding. Like I swear though, if the Lions would win this game, I'm not watching them play another football game. I'm not spending another dollar on them. I'm never going again.
I would be
For at
genuinely
least
concerned for your mental well-being if that
my
happened.
mentals will be fine because they're just assholes. I already got that. I already know that part. However, I will be a little upset. Would I be surprised? No. And then I'll tweet, blow up the offense, and people will say, you know what? Ridiculous. I'll say, okay, you watch that game again. I think that they beat them. Well, they should beat them.
They should.
They should beat them by a lot.
They should.
They should beat them by a lot, and then the cycle, Baker Mayfield cycle, starts again.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Man, I would be genuinely concerned for you, Bladen, and everybody else I know that's a Browns fan if this somehow ends up in a loss.
Listen, just know that if we lose, we're still going to go out and have a good time. That's all that matters at this point.
Hey, there you go. Sometimes that's all you need. All right. San Fran coming off a pretty big win against the Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are the Jacksonville Jaguars, despite
Beating the
somehow
Bills.
beating Buffalo.
It's the 49ers.
Yeah,
And that's
I feel like that's kind of a given. Although we said the same thing when they played Buffalo, and that blew up in our faces. But
did you see that Aaron Donald interview where they asked him about Debo and he's like, "Who's that?"
No way.
Swear. And they said, "Who is that?" And they said it again. He's like, "I don't know who that is."
Was he being serious?
I don't know.
There's no way he was being serious.
They asked him twice. He said, "I don't know who that is."
Yeah, he must have just have been
just
a
salty
jerk.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't know who Debo Samuel is. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he probably was just pissed that they lost. I don't know. That's annoying. All right. Houston versus Tennessee. The Texans are just bad. So
yeah, and the Titans are getting it together. See, I'm so mad at them.
This has potential to be a trap game for the Titans. And just hear me out. Because this team sucks. There's no reason why they should lose to this team. They easily could be thinking that and just looking past them and looking ahead to the Pats next week. So watch out for that. It could be like a sneaky little trap and they drop it. Who knows? I don't expect that to happen, but I mean, you've seen this time and time again. The Patriots have done it 1,000,001 times. I know. So, like I said, not saying I think Tennessee loses this game, but if it happens,
it's not surprising.
That's what it is. So, all right. Green Bay and Minnesota. I think Green Bay is just on it right now.
And they're better. They're way better.
Yep.
I mean, the Vikings, they're okay. The Vikings are just always okay.
Yeah, like we say, they're there.
I mean, they're going to put up a good game, but they're not going to finish. And Aaron Rodgers is going to be looking like the best quarterback in the NFL again.
Yeah. Ugh.
He's good. He's so good.
I just don't like him at all. Yeah, but the entire team is good. So whatever. No Aaron Jones though. He's out a couple weeks, but I don't think that really makes a difference.
I mean, I'm sure AJ Dillon will be fine.
Yeah. So taking the Packers with this one. Baltimore, Chicago.
I don't think it'll be close. Every time I say about the Ravens, they mess it up.
Yeah. Well, we said the same thing about Miami, and they got their butts kicked. So
yeah, they did.
Lamar really screwed me in fantasy this week. Sucks. The 1 week I really needed him to be on so I can get on track, figure out this little losing skid I've had, and he's like, no, F you.
And it was just not it. They did retire his jersey this weekend.
At Louisville, yeah. That
Yeah.
video was so sweet.
He was like, do you see his outfit?
Yeah.
It was so sick. Gucci everything.
Yep.
So at least that's a big win for him.
I mean, you gotta take him where you can get him, right?
Yeah, because no one else on his team is doing anything for him.
They just released Le'Veon Bell too, which I thought was a little interesting. But that must mean
Yeah.
Latavius Murray's ready to come back.
Yeah, and, like, what he scored 2 touchdowns, but, like, he didn't do a lot of anything else. I think his
I think there
NFL
was
time
like
is done. His NFL time is
83
done.
yards,
Yeah.
which is insane because you look back like 5 years ago
Oh,
at where
yeah.
he was like in the league and he was like that guy. And now like the
Mhm.
fall from grace is just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. It's like so
Crazy.
what I feel like what's happening like, not what's happening, what happened with him is kind of like what's happening to the Browns locker room right now. Like,
Mm,
him and AB were
mm,
like, "Nah, like, you guys aren't doing it, like, screw you guys, Ben sucks, like, we're not getting the ball, we're not doing what we need to be doing, we wanna
yeah.
go." So I feel like that's the same kind of vibes I'm getting right now, but it didn't work out for them.
No, I mean, Antonio Brown obviously has had a resurgence thanks to Tom Brady, but
Yeah, but
it's
what the heck's
crazy.
wrong with him
Le'Veon
now?
Bell, it just goes to show like how expendable that position can be. Like you can find
Yeah,
a good
running
running
back
back
is
anywhere.
the most replaced position, like, it's easy to replace them. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're like Derrick Henry, but I guess they're working without him too, so
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like Derrick Henry is like that weird, like exception to the rule. Like he's just a
Oh, yeah,
freak.
because
I
I
don't
mean,
think
it's Derrick Henry,
yeah,
so
I don't know. All right, this one, I think this is actually kind of an interesting game.
I think so too, I like this game.
I I'm gonna take the Bengals in this one.
The Bengals are okay, the Raiders are also okay,
Yeah.
but I want the Bengals to lose.
Like it's the battle of those two mediocre teams that like have a shot to sneak into the playoffs, but
Right.
like if they didn't, it's not really shocking. But
Like, 2
it's
teams that had us in the first half and thought we all thought they
yeah.
were gonna do it this year, now we're like, maybe not."
It's at that time though where like if you're in the position that they're in right now, you can't afford to be taking losses like this. Like you have to figure it out and get it going because the playoffs are gonna sneak up before you know it. Like
Well,
time this
yeah.
the season's already over halfway
Right.
over.
Like,
It
I was
feels like it
saying
just
stuff
started.
this
So
week. Yeah, I was saying stuff this week, everyone's like, "Well, at what point are you going to be concerned?" They're like, "It's still early." I'm like, "It's not early.
it's not.
It's not early. You either are good right now or you're almost there and you're gonna figure it out."
Like
So, it's
this
not
is
early.
legit playoff push season. Like, and if you're one of the middling teams that
Mhm.
like the Browns now, well, like the Pats were, and you look at those records and you look at the standings and like they're almost there, but they're not quite. They have the
Yeah.
potential to be. Like this is the time where you need to string those wins together. You need to get this done. You can't afford to take any BS losses or get your asses kicked. Like you can't. If you think you are the team that you think you are and that you have a legitimate shot at the playoffs,
Mhm.
this is when it happens.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
It's a big
that's what
game
this
for
game
these
is for
teams.
these two teams. So, I'm going to take the Bengals in this one on the road. Um,
Are you gonna be there?
I might be.
Okay. Say hi to Joe Burrow.
I will.
Say hi to Jamar Chase. Tell them to lose for the Browns.
Okay, I'll think
Thanks.
about it.
Okay, thank you.
Arizona and Seattle. Kyler's coming back this week, so I think that kind of seals the deal.
Yeah, was way better because I mean, like we said last week, Colt McCoy is good for one game. He had his one game. We asked for too much, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, Colt McCoy, Mike White, man, you did your thing when you needed to do it, and then you turned
Yeah,
right back into yourselves. And also Seattle looked not good against Green Bay the other day.
yeah. It was. They didn't even score, did they?
No, this is the
Yeah,
first time I
terrible.
believe this is the first time that they've been shut out since Russell Wilson has been in this league.
Yeah, so that was just not good.
And
He's
like I
out
know
of
he's
there.
just coming back from that surgery and stuff, but like still, DK getting ejected, like they're just a mess right now.
He's got to be out of there after this season, right? He's gone.
Who,
He's leaving.
Russ?
Yeah.
I think he should have. this
already.
past season.
I think he should have when the Browns picked up the phone and said, "Hey, come on over."
I
But
think I think there is truth to the rumors though that like Sierra wanted to be
oh
if
yeah,
if they weren't going to stay in Seattle, she wanted to be in some like glamorous place.
right.
Um
It's not Cleveland, Ohio.
Not
God.
Cleveland, Ohio.
No.
I don't know. But yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me if this was Russ's last go around with the Seahawks just because like
It's not going. It's not
it's
going
not
anywhere.
it can only not work for so long before like there needs to be a breakup.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one, Dallas at KC.
Great game.
Man, I'm telling you, the Cowboys can do it. I know they got beat by the Broncos a couple weeks ago and whatever. You're allowed a hiccup. But the Cowboys are a good team.
They are good.
I think
I
this
just
could be
feel
a
like
really good game.
yeah, I think it's going to be the best game that we're going to watch all week, but I just feel like going into Arrowhead it's a different atmosphere. I know the Bills did it, but I really like the Bills.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like they are going to beat the Cowboys. I want them to beat the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys more than I hate the Chiefs. And this just goes by like off of fans.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, no. I really just as a Patriots fan and the interactions we've had with the Chiefs and
Yeah.
everything like that, the Chiefs fans just don't do it for me. I can literally count on probably 3 fingers the ones that are nice. So,
Yeah. Well, I've also had a
like
Kansas City
sometimes I
experience.
bring that upon myself. Sometimes I run my mouth a little too much and I deserve what's coming to me. I get that. But as a whole, don't like them. Don't want to see him succeed more than I don't like the Cowboys. So I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one. But yeah, I do agree with what Jay Rich said. He's our resident
I
Cowboys
know. I
fan.
feel bad for roasting your team every single day. I'm really sorry. Don't take it personally.
He's our resident Cowboys fan in the chat. He's here every week, so we appreciate that. So I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to side with him this week, take the Cowboys. I think they can do it.
And I'm just going to go Chiefs because I think that they are good. And everyone, just like Brittany said on her Twitter account, everyone was hating on us. You counted us out too early. The comments were ignorant. Ignorant was not the best word choice for her in that tweet. That's fine. The Chiefs are there. The Chiefs are going to do it.
I really hope one day Patrick just goes up to her and says, "Hey, like you need
Put
to
the
get off
phone
Twitter
down.
for a hot second."
Yeah, maybe just set it down during the game. You're not allowed to have a phone at the game. Flip phone. You can have a flip phone to call people, to talk to people if you need to. Internet access, no thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see her tweets if they do lose this week, though, because that it's straight for the refs.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You never get the calls.
You do.
Anyway, you do all the time.
Both teams do.
All right, Steelers, Chargers. This is Sunday Night Football. Okay. Yeah,
I feel like the other game should be flexed, but that's fine. I feel like
can they start flexing games this week, or does it really matter?
I don't know. I'd rather watch the Chiefs and Cowboys over this game, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine too.
No, me too. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one, although both teams are dealing with COVID issues.
Yeah. Can Ben come back?
He should be able to, yeah.
Yeah, because he's vaccinated, unlike Joey Bosa, who's out.
Wow, that on the list of things that don't surprise me, that one is
Joey
right
Bosa
up there.
Yeah, like you could have just said, you didn't even have to tell us. You didn't have to report that. We already knew that.
That just not in the slightest. My God. Yeah, but he's out.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. But who else is out for the Steelers? I saw Minka is out. And there was one more. That Fitzpatrick just got added yesterday.
Chase Claypool might not play. I don't know what's up with him.
Yikes.
But the Chargers kinda look like ass too, so
Yeah, I still think they're better than the Steelers, though. I just don't
yeah.
think the Steelers really are that good.
What? No one thinks that they're good, they're just the Steelers, it just happens, it just is what it is. And they get so
Yeah.
lucky all the time too, like that freaking Bears game. I
Yeah.
swear.
The fact that Cassius Marsh got fined too for that.
Yeah, that was excessive, like, come
Listen,
on.
I don't like the guy, but man, that's awful. I hope he's appealing that because that's ridiculous.
Like, the taunting rule is just so stupid. Grow up.
He didn't do anything.
He just
Unless he
looked at them,
said something and we just don't know and it was like way over the line, but all it looked like was he was just looking at the sidelines.
as he should. Sorry.
Because that's
You
just it's so weak. I hope, when the season's all said and done and they go into owners meetings and stuff, some of them sit down and they are
yeah.
like, "Hey, this is a really bad because I haven't seen a single person say that they don't mind. Aside, I saw Mike Tomlin say it. Like, what the hell?
Oh, he's only said it just that was
He's so
so
full of
stupid.
it.
That was so
Said it
dumb.
because it benefits his team. That's all.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a single fan say that they don't mind this new
Right.
taunting rule. So
And, like,
there's
Mike
got to be a
Tomlin
way
literally
that
tripped a player.
yeah, I mean, like, there's got to be a way that they go into these owners meetings and are like, look, this is a bad product we're putting out. People are losing interest. People are getting pissed at this. We have to get rid of it. Like that's the stupid pass interference rule that they had a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They got rid of it after I believe it was after that one season because it was so bad and the reception to it was just so bad that people were like, all right, F this, let's get rid of it. So
So try it here.
I don't know. That's my rant on that. It sucks. Tired of it. But all right, last one. Bucks, another NFC East game. Not really great teams, but they lost to a not really great team in the NFC East last weekend. So
Yeah. So I
if
just
they lose 2 in a row to this damn division,
that's embarrassing.
I my head is gonna explode.
Yeah, that would be bad. They don't though. They're gonna win. They're gonna beat the Giants by like
Yeah.
20. No, probably not, but
This
they're gonna beat
this
them.
feels like one of those games where like Brady's pissed because he had a bad game last week. They lost. So now like it's just gonna be
Mhm.
classic scorched earth, angry Tom, and he's just gonna just carve him up. Which would be great because I am a Tom Brady fan. So I would like to see that.
Yeah, I'm not a big Danny Dimes fan, so I'd also like to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, just the whole NFC East aside from the Cowboys, like the drop off is insane from how good the Cowboys
How it
are in
was last
comparison
year
to
to this year? Yeah, also
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. But those are our picks for this week. Like if you have your team's in a playoff hunt, this is where you really got to start score watching and paying attention to what's going on outside of your own game because
Mhm. You need other
these
people
things
to be
these
winning,
things are
losing.
starting to matter a little bit more than they did before. So that's that. You want to talk about your Cavs for a hot second before we get out of here?
Oh, I would love to talk about them real quick. I just wanna say shout out to the Cavs for being there for us when everybody else is letting us down. The games are so fun, the team is fun. I mean, now we have so many injuries right now, but still, it's a good time. We get Kevin Love back, and who would have thought the Cavs would have a better record? Not me. I wouldn't even think they would have this many wins. So shout out to them for doing that. And
It's
that's all I got for
exciting.
them.
They're young and exciting. Like them and the Bulls are like surprising.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, very
Imagine
fun.
having your team all like each other and everybody on your team hangs out with each other and are friends and don't talk shit behind their backs and say that they're bad or just try to ruin the whole team.
See, like I want to say that that's what the Celtics are like, but based on some of the reports that continue to circulate around this team, like I don't know what's fact from fiction. I don't know if they actually like each other, if they're fed up with each other, or what the hell's going on, but they got to figure it out. I'm tired.
I will say though, at the pregame, because I was at the game last night, Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown were talking and standing by each other.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
that's
I don't know if that's any help for
well,
anybody, but
they supposedly hate each other,
well,
so that's a good sign.
they looked like they were fine.
I mean, I don't buy into that rumor at all that they don't get along. I think they just both have two big personalities, and sometimes they butt heads. Which
Jaylen Brown has big personality. He
yeah,
seems like a
you'd be
sweet
surprised.
man.
You'd be.
Seems like a
I
little
mean,
sweetie.
oh, he is. He's a sweetheart, but
He waved at us.
he's got a. I mean, they all do. They all have big personalities. Him, Jason, and Marcus, and that's why I feel like people are like so quick to say that they don't get along because
Yeah.
they're also. I don't know. No, I don't want to say like strong-headed, but they're all like set to themselves. They're all leaders.
Yeah, and they
That's what
all
I'm
want to
trying
be
to say.
that guy.
They're all leaders, and it's like a power struggle right now. We're like trying to find the true leader of the team, and you think it's going to be Tatum, but it also could be Jalen. It also could be Marcus. So I feel like that's why people are so easy to jump to conclusions and be like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys just don't get along. Like
See, I
that's
think
not
that's
the
why
case.
it's working with the Cavs right now because you don't have anyone that's an actual like straight up superstar. I mean, you have
Right.
Kevin Love, but like he's
Yeah,
not a
Kevin
superstar.
Love's like the dad of the group.
Right.
Like,
Like he's actually having fun and he's participating and doing stuff and like he's hanging out with the guys.
yeah,
They'd probably make fun of him because he's just an old man in the
really
locker room.
old,
But like you
starting
have
to get
like
gray.
75-year-old Kevin Love and then 20-year-old Evan Mobley. Like, what do you think they talk about? It's funny. And then you have Ricky Rubio. I don't know. The Cavs, they're just what they're doing is cool. And I appreciate them. And they could never do wrong for at least the next like year.
Yeah. I mean, when we watched the game the other night, it was despite the fact that the Celtics blew a freaking 19-point lead and ended up losing that game. It was fun to watch. They're a fun team.
They're a fun team. Also,
So,
Kyle Kuzma. Did you see this one?
yeah.
Real quick, we don't even need to get into any of it. Really, Kyle Kuzma, there was a man with a sign that said, LeBron won you a ring. He's the only reason you have it. He yells back, Cleveland isn't shit. They didn't have LeBron. And then Kyle Kuzma wins the game. And then the news put him, like Cleveland news said, won an NBA championship thanks to LeBron James under his name, which is great trolling. So shout out to Cleveland news for that.
He handled it well.
He did.
I'll give him that.
He signed their little poster after.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a great interaction all around.
You
Except we lost.
Gotta have thick skin for stuff like this.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, with that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed our rants tonight because we're both just like
going through it.
So
we were going through it. My team was going through it. And yeah, we just hope that your team wins, unless you're the Lions, which you probably never will. Sorry. Or the Falcons, which also probably won't win. And yeah.
Yeah. With that being said, we're out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. We are actually off next week for the holiday. I'm going to be traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't see you next week, and everybody enjoy your holiday. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will be back 2 Tuesdays from now. Regular time, 7 p.m., same place. So yeah, we'll see you then. Everybody enjoy, and that's it.